Всем привет. Такой
Hi,
вопрос.
my subscriber asks me a question. How do I drive my car close to an obstacle? I've been driving for over 40 years, but I can't put the car closer than 10 inches. I'm afraid of running into an obstacle. Do you have any advice on this? Thanks. I answered him, the fear came from your age. You have acquired wisdom. This is good. Young and confident people drive up closer, but they don't always stop on time. For me personally, if I need to put the car very close, I'd better go and take a look. It's calmer this way. By the way, this does not happen very often. So, how to drive up to the curb in front and not split the bumper at the same time? We decided not to take risks and not set ourselves the task of resting the wheel against the curb, hovering over the curb. We doubt the height of the curb. We just puzzled ourselves to just get close without hovering to drive up to it. Trying to look from the car through the windshield above the hood, just roll your neck. We do not see either the curb or our bumper, but as soon as the lower edge of the curb appears in the side window under the mirror, you need to stop. You will have a very reasonable distance from the bumper to the dangerous curb, and you won't damage the bumper. After all, repairing it can be expensive. Accuracy is also affected by your height. How high will your eyes be relative to the average height of the driver? And how close you sit to the steering wheel. Also important are the features of your car, namely the installation location of the mirrors themselves. Such moments, albeit slightly, but affect the result. However, the trick of peeping under the mirror will remain in any case. In this case, we draw closer than to the lower edge of the curb. After all, we were discussing the lower edge of the curb. In other words, the border of asphalt and curb. It was this corner that became a landmark for us, not the curb itself. It can be different in height. What can lead to an incorrect stop of the car, namely the lower edge of the curb and the edge of the asphalt. This is our line. But right now, we are confident in the safe height of the curb and decided to take a chance, drive a little closer than allowed. We passed this line, it remained lower, and we look at the result. In my opinion, it's very beautiful. And now let's repeat our actions on the high curb. It's practically a wall. Again, the landmark is the border of the lower edge of the curb, the wall, and the edge of the asphalt. The lower section of the mirror passed our landmark. We draw a little closer. It remains only to look at the result. And how to drive backwards to the wall, to the curb. We will still use a mirror. We will also look for the lower edge of the curb, the border of the curb and asphalt. But we will not look under the mirror, but in the rear view mirror itself. The curb is behind us. That's just the mirror will have to be lowered. And we will unite our line. What would you think? As soon as the handle of our door is level with the lower edge of the curb, stop. We got into place. It remains only to check. But there are nuances here, and you will have to practice it on your car. The handle must be aligned either with its front edge, or with the back, or with its middle. Cars are different, and the door handle can be located at different levels, and this landmark will go a little wrong. But it still be there, and with the help of this technique, you will be able to stop quite accurately and correctly. Clarifying landmarks does not mean at all that this method can be applied. In any case, we pay attention to the door handle and the lower edge of the curb in the mirror. To all of the above, we must add, our techniques with aiming are suitable only if you drive up to the curb, to the wall at 90 degrees. If you decide to stand at a different angle, then in no case can you use these techniques, even approximately. You risk being left without a bumper. And as you know, you can't do without training on a specific car.
На этом сегодня
And that's
все.
all for me today.
Всем
Bye
удачи и
everyone.
пока.